I cannot believe how many of you are interested in Henry's healing journey. So let's take it from the top. So ever since Henry was about 1, I would say, he kept getting chronic chest infections, fevers, and there was like no answer for it. Now, most of you might be thinking, is it the vaccines? I personally think yes. So let me caveat this. He had a set of vaccines. He didn't have the MMR, but he had them delayed. And it was around the first time he ever got really, really sick. Fast forward about a year, Henry was relentlessly sick. I mean, guys, I think he had something like 12 antibiotics over 2 years or something wild. I literally went from hospital to hospital, from doctor to doctor with him. And they were like, yeah, he's just a kid. He's going to grow out of it, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, that never happened. Anyway, I met Toni. She came along and did his bloods live. So she did a live blood analysis. Now, she was the first person to tell me, bearing in mind we had been to about 6 professors at this point, that Henry has a dairy intolerance, which means he's not allergic, but essentially his whole body was filled up with mucus, yeah, from so many different toxins and heavy metals. So although he wasn't having like rashes and stuff, when he was having dairy, his body wasn't responding to it well, and it was creating more mucus in his system. So that was a huge thing for us. We completely eliminated dairy out of his diet. And now this is where it gets confusing. I eliminated any alternatives as well. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you have a look at the dairy alternatives, they are so processed. They have so many seed oils. They've got so much crap in it. You are just better removing it, full stop. So that made a huge change. Then I'm going to show you what I did here. I basically cleaned up his environment like you would not believe. Throughout the house, I have diffusers everywhere. So for example, I would change up these essential oils just to help me clean out the air. Now I love this one. It's called Air. I then put him on a heavy metal detox. We did this for about 3 months. The results aren't overnight, guys. You just have to keep going with it. But whilst you're doing that, it's really important that you remove any chemicals that could be on top of your fruit, and even organic fruit, guys. It could have some pesticides on it. So you need to clean everything when you buy it. So whilst we were doing the heavy metal detox, and we've continued doing it, we have been using a spray to remove any of the pesticides from our fruit and vegetables. I also got an amazing water filter. Now, when I started looking into this, they were like thousands of pounds. And I was like, oh my God, I just felt so overwhelmed, especially where we're renting here in London as well. I didn't really want to invest in a whole system. So I got the zero water system. It was about £120 from what I remember. It's 9 litres big, and we use all of the water to cook in and drink. Here it is on show. So you can see you just fill it up from the top, guys. Little tap, and voila, clean water. Now guys, listen up. This is a really, really important part of the journey. Please do not underestimate the power of your cleaning products. Now, we live in a flat here in London, so Henry's bedroom is literally there. So I used to constantly spray the sides with like normal cleaning products, guys, that I thought were normal, but they are so toxic. They have so many chemicals in it. So I switched it up. I've been using these, guys. They're great. It's made from essential oils. It's all you need, guys. Like literally, it's all you need. Now, the other week, someone was here and they pulled out one of the old products. I kid you not, within 6 hours, Henry had a cough. Henry had a cough. The next day, I changed the products back because it was an accident. Gone. So you cannot underestimate how powerful and strong these chemicals are in our bodies. Next thing. Now, guys, I'm not a doctor, so please go and do your own research. I stopped giving Henry Calpol. Now, hear me out. And it sometimes can be really hard to hear your child in pain. Having a fever is natural, and letting the body express its fever is natural too. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some circumstances where Calpol is absolutely needed, but because of the frequency of his illness, I was just letting the body express itself. You see, the body having a fever is its natural way to get rid of an infection. So when Henry does get poorly or he does get under the weather, I mix some drops of the oregano essential oil with olive oil, rub it onto his back, rub it onto his feet where it's super porous, and basically smothering him, guys. He smells like a pizza. But honestly, I think it's been like the last time since Christmas, this has done the trick. Like, it is so powerful, I cannot tell you. Now this, guys, I can't rave about this product enough. It's a natural mushroom product. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Lingus. Yeah, it is made with tiger milk mushroom. So this is a natural remedy for the lungs. So Henry was suffering a lot with chest infections and lungs and mucus and cough. And then obviously in turn, guys, he wasn't sleeping because he was up coughing all night. So then he was exhausted. So then his immune system was so low that he was picking up everything. I absolutely swear by these. Not only are they good for the lungs, but they are so good for your children's immune systems. One of my lovely followers actually sent me this, so the credit is all out to her. So next thing, when Henry gets up in the morning, I tongue scrape him, okay? Now that's gonna get rid of all of the germs and bacteria that's festered in his mouth overnight. Ideally, I'd like to put some mouth tape on him, but I just don't think we're there yet. Also, I'm regularly changing his toothbrush. Because they're at nursery and school and everything and so susceptible to illnesses, the best thing you can do is really change this up, which also brings me along to his toothpaste. Now, I've got rid of most chemicals out of his life, so I wasn't gonna keep fluoride in his toothpaste. Went for these guys, Gutology. He really likes the taste. It was easy enough, so that was an easy enough switch. Now, again, we underestimate the products that we're putting on our body, which is a huge organ, right? Our skins are a huge organ. So I just exchanged everything for 100% tea tree oil, and I put a little bit on a loafer, cleaned down his body, job done. Another thing that we did is we started homeopathy, which essentially is frequency medicine. So it's made to match the frequency that you are missing in your body. Now, I want to tell you something, guys. With modern medicine, you get an instant result. With these changes, they take time. And the same as homeopathy. So when we first spoke to her, we were like, how long is this going to take? And she was like, 6 months. I thought, oh my God, I have not got 6 months. But I promise you, you gradually started seeing changes here. So it's not one thing fits all. It's like a very multifaceted approach. And another thing I found really useful was throwing out all the teddy bears in his room. They would carry germs, dust, they irritate the chest. I started becoming really strict with bedtime routine. So his body started getting into a rhythm of when he was really going to sleep. Now the same with his meal times, so that he knew when he was going to eat, so his body could start to trust itself. Another huge thing that I do is I have a eliminator here on the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is probably only on between, I reckon 4 to 8 every day. So I'm going to share that on another post about the EMF protection I go through. Essentially, I would say it's taken me over a year and just constantly reading and understanding things that I've got Henry to a place where he's not sick. Like, it was dictating both of our lives, guys. We were all exhausted. I couldn't make any social commitments. And ultimately, I think at the core of the changes that we've made is we have just cleaned up his environment. Like, we live here in central London, guys. There are toxins everywhere, and his little body wasn't made for it. And another thing, I have a blue blocking light in his room, so he's not stimulated before he goes to sleep. So we read a book in bed together before he goes to sleep, and the room has a really nice setting with these blue blocking lights. I got this one from Health, so I will share that too. But ultimately, guys, we are human, yeah? We live like this 80% of the time. The rest of the time, he's allowed an ice cream, he can have something else. But these changes have completely changed my son's health, and I wish I knew about them earlier. So if you have any questions, guys, please let me know. I guess I'm just a mum trying to get there, and I wish I knew all of this stuff so much earlier.